Hi, this is Camille from My Junk Journal Heaven. Today we're going to make a paper bag journal. Sorry, I've got all this stuff under my feet. There, that's better. And I wanted to show it to you, the one I made as a prototype. I made one a while ago, but it wasn't what I wanted. So I made this one. And you can see I've got papers in here, different papers and some pockets. Just some, what I would put in a regular junk journal. And it has a pocket here, which I haven't put anything in. This would be a good journal for taking on a trip. You could give it to somebody as a gift and let them write in it on their trip or put memorabilia in it or whatever, and I think it would be a nice gift, but it would also be handy for yourself. So what we're going to do first is, and I was going to do this before I got started and I didn't do it, I want to make sure this is recording because I already did one of these and it didn't record it. I got to the end and found out it wasn't recorded. Or I didn't get to the end. I got part way through. Was going to pause it for a moment because I didn't have what I needed. And there it was. So did I say welcome back to everybody who's been watching my videos, and welcome to anyone who's new. And thank you to all my subscribers, and also to those who give me a thumbs up and a comment. I'm happy for comments. I have to get my paper cutter out here. I gotta see where my mark is. Okay, there it is. And I'll show you how I made mine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The blade came out. It does that frequently. Okay. Let me get this squared up again. For those of you who have been following my videos recently, I still have not found the snake in my house. I've gotten over being concerned about it because I figure it's probably gone into the room where I have a lot of boxes that I have never unpacked and is hidden away in there. And that's fine with me as long as it doesn't come out. I hope I just find it dead and dried up someday. That may or may not happen, but that would be my first choice in it. Okay, so I have these two papers. They kind of go together. Doesn't matter, because one's going to be on the outside and one's going to be on the inside. Now, what we want to do is to fold this over the end of the bag. You know, the end of the bag here, that when you open it up, it's the bottom. And I'm going to glue this part down. To this. And then this is going to, I might as well glue this piece down too, because it'll be a problem at some point. Oops. And then this is going to fold over here like this. So I want to try and fold it really crisp on the fold. Won't matter because we'll tie it down eventually, but... And then you want to glue in these sides. We don't need these sides at all open. So I'm going to glue those down. And I should have cut the end of it off already, but I didn't. I'll do that in a minute. And I may have cut those pieces too long because I probably measured the whole sack. So I'm going to check it again. Okay. Get the glue to stick and check my pieces, which are too long. I can tell already. Okay, that one might not be because I'm going to glue it up there. Okay, this one's okay. This is going to be my inside, I think. Or do I want this one on the inside? This one's cardstock and this one's not. Doesn't matter. You can use any paper you want. I think I'll have this for the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and glue it down here. I want a little margin around the sides. I think it looks nice to have a little bit of the brown to be a margin, a edge, whatever. You could use a glue stick for this if you prefer. I don't like glue sticks. I don't think they work very well. I've tried different ones that everybody swears by, and I just don't like them. I don't think they work well. So I don't use them very often. Everything I've ever used a glue stick on has come unglued. Unless I glue stick it and then put regular glue over it. And in some cases that's handy because then the glue stick helps you to be able to move your paper around. I guess this will work for both sides because the other side's going to cover this up. Okay. I don't want that lump right there. This is going to be the outside of my journal. And this glue is stuck with something's sticking it. Oh, whatever it was came out. So at my house today we had 4 separate thunderstorms. And they were an hour or so apart, or a little bit further. And the sun was shining and it was thundering outside. It was raining in the backyard and the sun was out in the front. The other day I had rain and the sun was shining. It was almost sunset and the sun was shining on the trees, but it was raining like crazy. It was very heavy rain. That was the strangest thing I've seen. Oh my goodness. Hopefully I got whatever it was out that time. Yep, that's much better. Now I'm getting some glue. So anyway, today was water aerobics and our regular leader is out for a while. She just had surgery, a major surgery. So she's out for a while, so I'm teaching it. So when I got there, it was pouring down rain, but there was no thunder and lightning, so I thought, okay, this is fine. And we went in and I said, now we'll go on with class, but if it thunders and lightning's real close, we're out of here. I said, if we hear thunder and we don't see any lightning, then that's okay. But if it thunders and lightnings, we're getting out of the water because that's the rules. So half an hour in, big clap of thunder and lightning real close. So I said, okay, everybody out. So everybody got out, and most of us skipped showers and everything and just left. We didn't hear any more thunder, but You don't want to take a chance with that. So then someone went ahead and went in the hot tub. Told them they were crazy. Oh, no, that's okay. That works. Okay, now we're going to fold this so it goes up inside there. So that'll hold it closed. And because the glue's wet, I should let it dry, but I'm not going to. I'm going to try and straighten out any creases I get in it. For some reason, that doesn't want to stick. I must not have had glue there, which is a problem. I'm going to push the glue around and see if I can get it up there. Nope. All right, I'll just put some more glue there. So some of them went ahead and went in the hot tub. And the one lady said, well, it's not supposed to hit inside the building anyway if you're inside in a pool. And I said, well, all I know is it's the rule here that you get out if it's raining. If it's thunder and lightning, I'm sorry, not raining, because we wouldn't have very many times in the hot tub if we got out every time it rained. So I came home and looked it up, and it says, although there's been no one that they know of that's been hit by lightning or electrocuted from lightning in a indoor pool, that doesn't mean it couldn't happen. And when it's thunder and lightning, you shouldn't even turn on your water faucet to wash your hands or anything else. So I figured, okay, that's the way it is. Okay, now we've got this part done. And we have the inside done with that little bubble still there. And we have this that we can make a pocket in. But you see these things, so I'm going to glue those on one side so that they're not there to bother us. I'm going to glue them down. Whoops, I got glued down there where I don't want it. And if I leave it, it's going to be a problem. Okay, come on, glue. Get out of there. All right. And I am also going to put glue down here in the bottom so that things I put in here don't go all the way to here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue, and that didn't stick, down here at the very bottom to kind of close it off so that my whatever I put in here doesn't get lost. So now I've got glue everywhere. Now we're going to work on the inside of it, the pages. And I have some odds and ends I'm going to put in here. Probably need my paper cutter out again. This is some paper that I got from Temu. I think it's like baking paper, but it's called the Good Foods Times. And it crackles, so I like that. It makes a crackly noise. And the piece I tore off is way too wide, I know. And let's see. I guess I need to see how wide this is. And you know, I'm not going to give you measurements because brown bags are often different sizes. Oh, I was going to see how wide it was, not how long it is. Oh, that's not going to work. I need to measure with this. Mine is 5 inches wide. So I'm going to cut my papers down to about 4 and a half, so we have a 1/4 inch on each side. Oh my goodness. If I didn't do it backwards tonight, I wouldn't do it at all. I hope we're still recording. That thing's flying off my desk, which doesn't surprise me because my desk is a mess. Okay. So I mostly have brown papers and coffee dyed papers. And I don't drink coffee, but I gotta tell you, some of this coffee dyed paper, I bought coffee that was, what was it flavored? It was flavored with vanilla cream or something in it. I don't remember. But it smelled so good when those papers dried up. I mean, it was just nice. Okay, and these are going to be this one's going to be too long. So I'm going to refold it. Measure where I want it to end. And fold it. And that'll make a pocket. Or a tuck on the side, whatever you want to call it. Now, I know there's not a whole lot of color in this, but we can use some color things to make pockets and things like that. And I might as well put that so it's right side up. I don't know what page I want to be first. Oh, and that one's too tall. You might know. I'm going to shave a little bit off of it. I don't want it to be quite that tall. So have any of you made journals from paper bags before like this? I know I watched an old video of Natasha from Treasure Books, and she made one out of a shopping bag, or a gift bag. A gift bag is what it was. And it turned out really nice. So I'm thinking next time I go to Dollar Tree, I may look at gift bags and see what they have. And this one's going to be too big too, so we'll just fold it over again and make another pocket, or side tuck, whatever we're calling them. Okay, and I don't want that next to one with the pocket in it. And I think the other pocket was the other way, so I'll turn this one this way. And my coffee dyed paper, it's going to be too close to more brown papers. Okay. Now this one, and this one's going to be also too big. So I'm going to refold it. Anytime I can get a pocket or a side tuck by folding a paper over instead of cutting it off is a good thing, because you can always use side tucks and pockets in these things. Now I have this piece, and it's definitely too long. I think the coffee dyed paper may be too long too. I'll have to see when I get it folded in there. Now this is really too long. So I'm going to cut some of this off. Even folding it in for a pocket, I can use the piece I cut off for a pocket somewhere in the journal. So my sister and brother-in-law were just at Pismo Beach in California last week, and my sister was very disgusted because she didn't find very many sand dollars. In the past, we've gone there and found hundreds of sand dollars, but that was a long time ago. That was like 30-something years ago. And the last few times she's gone, she's found a couple here and there, but not very many. She gets disgusted with that. It's like when we were a lot younger. Our dad was in the Air Force, and after we got grown up and left home, he had privileges to go, and I think that's going to be too tall. I want to check here first. Yeah, maybe not. Anyway, so he could go on the base, so I lived in Lompoc, California, which is right by Vandenberg Air Force Base, and the ocean's right there. So he had us, he said, "You got to come out here with me. I found something really special." So I don't remember if my sister was there the first time or not, but he found a place. We called it the Cove, and because it was kind of a little cove, and it was full of abalone shells. I mean, absolutely full of abalone shells. So we'd go down and pick them up. You had to walk kind of hugging the cliff with your arms to get down there. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get down there the first time, but my dad went down with me, and we got down there, and there were little ones and big ones and all kinds of things. I would take a plastic grocery bag and go down and come up with it full, and he'd take them up to my mom so she had some, because she wouldn't go down there. She wasn't going to go down like that. But we all ended up with lots and lots and lots of abalone shells, and when I moved to Alabama, I brought them with me. So now I have like 3 buckets full of abalone shells. Sorry, I need a drink of water. And I'm going to put them, I've got an idea to make some like a little fountain type thing out of them. Out of some of them, not all of them. Okay, some of these are going to be too big. But let me see here if they fold over okay. Oh, they'd be all right. They'll be all right. And I didn't do anything with this. And I was going to do something with it. I think I can make it into a kind of a pocket to go in here. It's pretty stiff from the coffee in it, so I think it'll be okay. And where do I want to put it? I should put this one in here. And where do I want I'll put this one here. Okay. Oops, I left my map out. It's going to be kind of thick. I think I've got more papers than I put in the original one, but that's okay too. Doesn't matter. Do I want it that way or this way? Because it doesn't matter. The map's cockeyed anyway. I think I'll put it this way. I like this better for the front. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take a piece of paper and I'm going to measure. Let's see if I have a scrap piece. Yes, I do. I have a piece that's scrap here. I can use this. I'm going to make my little template for the holes in this. And I take a piece and measure the cover or whatever. Then I fold it in half. And I don't fold it in half again necessarily because I don't necessarily want them clear down here. I want them a little bit further up. So I'm going to do it, I guess, right there. Looks good. Okay, now I unfold it, and where the folds cross, that's where I'm going to put my hole. And you know, I bought some new awls, and I put them somewhere and I can't find them. I know, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I can't believe I did it, but I did. Oh, and I need to fold this over real well now. And I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to clip it in. With this. Normally, I wouldn't do them all at the same time, including the cover, but with this, it's easy, so I just do it this way. Get some clips to clip them together. You want to make sure they're all folded in the same place. And then you're going to take your awl and poke the holes where they are. You can't see me doing it, but it's better if you kind of have it folded to poke the hole. And this is going to make too big of holes. I got to figure out what I did with those awls. That's so funny. Order something and not remember where I put it. It's like my mother-in-law. She lose something. She said she had it filed away, which meant she didn't know where she put it. Okay. Take that out now. I should have just used a couple of big clips anyway. But I'll put one of these down here. Now, I'm sure you all know the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And I am going to get my crochet thread that I use for most of this. I'm going to get that out. And because I'm going to have tails on it with beads, I'm going to make it a little longer than 3. And I have so much of this that I can always waste it if I want to. Get myself a needle out of here. These are hard to thread because they have a little hole, but they're a smaller needle. I guess since I had to make the holes with the big pokey tool, I could go ahead and use the bigger needles, but that's okay. I'm going to use these. Okay, I'll be back when I have it threaded. Okay, I am back. I got it threaded. Now, because I want dangles on this, I'm going to start from the outside in. So I'm going to start in the middle hole here and try and get through all the holes, all of them the same way. And of course it's not working. Okay, take these off and try again. Sometimes you just have to go through one at a time. Especially since I'm letting them slide around. Well, we're getting there slowly but surely and all cockeyed. Don't do this at home. Keep your clamps on it. And it probably would help to keep the pokey tool all in one hole while you go through, while you try and sew in another one. That would help. All right. Now they need to be on opposite sides of this center thread, and you don't want to pull them out like this. You want to pull them, just try and pull them up. You want to tighten it so that this center thread gets tightened in here. You want it to be pretty tight all the way around. And that paper just doesn't want to lay where it was supposed to in the middle because it did get a hole in the top of it. Okay. Now, I'm going to cut that off and tie a double knot. Well, maybe I'll tie a double knot. Okay. Actually, I think I'm going to do what Natasha does. She does a really cool thing to hold it, and it doesn't make it as bulky. She ties one knot, and then she puts one thread through like this in a loop that direction, and the other one in a loop this direction. This is Natasha from Treasure Books. If you don't watch her, you're missing out on some good stuff. Okay, now you're going to take this thread and put it up through this hole, and this thread's going to go through this hole, and when you pull them together, you have a neat little knot there in the middle that isn't as bulky as if you tied a double knot. And I'm going to leave those hang down so I can put some dangles on them at some point in time. Get rid of my clips. All right, let's see what hangs out here. This one definitely hangs out too much. Although I don't know that it matters. Yeah, I guess I'll trim it off a little bit. I don't want all the papers to be the same, but I don't want something sticking out way far either. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this top one and then the bottom one off. I'm not going to worry about getting anything but that. And I didn't quite get it. That's okay though, I can cut it now that I see where it is. And this bottom one. And for some reason it's crooked. I'm going to take some off of that too. Now, we can embellish, which is some of the fun part of making journals. And I didn't make my little fold in place. Somehow I covered that up, but that's okay. This'll work. I do want that to lay flatter if it would. First thing I'm going to do is make a little thing here to tie the string on to hold it closed. And I know I had a piece of this left over. Where did I put it? Probably under all the papers that I did and didn't use. There it is. Okay, and I'm going to use my I don't know what size this is. I'm thinking it's 3/4 of an inch, but it might be 1 inch. Yeah, it's a 1 inch punch. Do I want a smaller one? I think I do. I think I want a 3/4 inch. I think I want this one. And I'm going to just pop some. Maybe I don't want that one. It's going to tear the paper. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll use the 1 inch. It's better than that. I don't know why that one's giving me a hard time. I need to run it through some foil, I guess. I'm going to cut a bunch of these. To make it sturdy enough. Oh, goodness. And I need some cardstock to put in here. Come on, come out. Don't be shy. Where did the rest of them go? Oh, they're all in a stack there. Okay. Okay, now, do I want them to be like this? Or do I want them to be like the inside? And I have a little bit left of that too, so I could do that. And it's cardstock, so that'll be sturdy. I think I want some writing, but I might as well do two. Okay. Now I'm just going to glue all these together except the one that tore. Let's see. I'm going to glue them first or make the hole first. I guess I'll glue them first. I'm going to put one of these on the bottom. And then stack everything on top of it. You could use ribbon to tie these to tie it around it. You can use string, you can use yarn, you can use whatever you want. It's all your choice. And nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong, because you're not. That's the fun of doing this craft, is that no matter what you do, it's okay, because it's junk journaling. And we're all different, and we can all do different things. That's why I like it so much. It's a challenge every day, and it's something different every day. Okay, now one last bit of glue on here. And then I'm going to pick out a I need a wet one. Get that glue off. I'm going to squish these down. I'm getting glue over me again. And it's up to you what you do, but I'm going to ink around the edge of mine. Just to give it a little bit of definition. And now I'm going to get out my brads and pick one for the middle of this. And I don't know what one I want. I think I'll use one of these. I have so many different colors of copper and browns. And more glue. Now this is why I wanted the other piece under there, was because I was put the clip through it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to see if we can make it work without doing that. I have a piece of foam up here that I can use for this. Sorry about the arm there. Oh, that's much better, using the foam instead of trying to poke a hole in it the other way. And there it is. I want to get started a little bit. And then get my string out, because I am going to use string on this again. And what I'm going to do, since I messed up on how I did the other one, is I'm going to put the string down between these. No, I don't want it down between them. I want it on the outside of it. But I want to get this down on top of the string to hold it there. Something to kind of hold it there. Come on. Good grief. I think I'm going to use my ruler to smash it down. Oh, that's going to hold it tight. That's good. That's good. With the other one, if I left the piece unglued, like I had in the first one, I would oh, don't want to cut that. What am I thinking? Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this, and then it's going to have to dry before we do anything else with it. And let me see, where's my other one? I don't know what oh, I put it over here. Okay, I decorated it with flowers. Just a flower sticker. This one, you can see there's a big difference here in how they're folded, so you can do whatever you want with yours. You can fold it any way you want. And obviously on that one, I put my signature in over here, but it doesn't matter. It can be either way. I mean, what's the difference? And actually, with the paper I've got, I could write in here if I wanted to. So what I'm going to do is use a clip on this to hold it together while I figure out what I want to do for embellishment. And this has lavender and kind of a pink in it, and I think I'm going to use some of my lavender flowers that I have here. I hope there's some in here I want. If not, I'll have to get out my other batch of flowers. And I'm probably going to need something besides just flowers on there, aren't I? That's just not enough. And I don't know if I want that one or not. I may want this. Or like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. But I'm going to put something else on there. A color in there. I think I'll use her. I don't need to dig through all of these to find what I want. And we need a word or something to make it pretty that might go with it. Or a phrase, something. Believe it or not, I go for the color, not find the color I want and then see if there's anything on there that I want. Well, that one's too long. You're never too old to dream a new dream. That would be nice, but have hope. No, that's not the right one. Say hello to a new day. I like that, and that's probably a better color. If I can get it to come off of the paper. There we go. And it will need to be glued. I've had these for a while and they aren't sticking as well as they should. Okay. And I would ink that, but they're almost impossible to ink. So that's that. And now I'm going to put the flowers on there and then the lady. Do we think she needs a butterfly up there? Press all those on. I think it needs something up there, so I think I'm going to go for a butterfly. So my younger daughter is in Scotland right now. They went over for the Clan Hatton general meeting because she's on the board and she's also the clan piper. She's the first woman to ever be a clan piper, and she's American. So I thought that was kind of interesting. An American clan piper who's also the first woman to ever be a clan piper. They didn't used to allow women to do that. And I know the one time we were there in 2019, she was piping for it was before she became the official clan piper, but she was piping because the guy that normally did it wasn't there and hadn't been for a while. And one of the men that was there was just disgusted. He kept going around kind of stomping his feet and acting like he was personally insulted. And I thought, well, you know, that's too bad. That's too bad. Grow up. Women can do all kinds of things, including play the bagpipes. Okay, I'm going to glue this on. I'm not going to wrap the string around right now because there's glue under there that's wet. But I need it to stick up a little bit so the string can wrap under it. This front's kind of higgly-piggly, isn't it? Well, that's life. It is what it is. All right, I'm going to let you go. I'm not going to put things on either one of the strings right now. And I'll show you, maybe I'll show it to you in another video. So this is Camille from My Junk Journal Heaven. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Please give me a thumbs up, and if you like my videos, you can